Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Let's Slice Data with Saurabh. So today we are here to discuss about one new topic, that is digital transformation. I hope the people who are working in the IT industry are listening this day-to-day basis. Why clients are moving towards this digital transformation? They will ask you a lot of questions, and I will try to make it very simple for you. Okay, how can you learn about this particular concept of digital transformation? So, what all we are going to cover, like a framework for understanding, planning, executing, an organizational change in the digital era. How these things are happening, a framework of understanding, planning, executing organizational change in this digital era. So how it is going to change, what all have been changed. So I'm going to cover everything today. And if you will be there till end, I promise you that nobody can beat you in this particular topic. You have to learn about it. You have to understand about it. See, most of the people who are having like 15, 20 years of experience, they have to talk about it because they are on the position, managerial position or something. Sometimes they think that, okay, digital transformation is all about technology and everything. So they are getting some confused there. I try to help them here in this particular video, and we will see that what is digital transformation and how can we answer the questions related to that. What all we are going to cover, what is the agenda for today, is what is digital transformation, like definition, scope, common misconceptions, key enabling technologies. See, cloud, AI, ML, IoT, cybersecurity, and more. So, see, do not get confused with only technologies that, okay, if someone has written like cloud, AI, ML, IoT, cybersecurity, that is only digital transformation. No. And most of the digital transformation projects fail. Why it is failing, I will let you know in the next few slides. And the four pillars of the digital transformation are technology, people, process, and data. See, it is not only technology, it is about people, process, and data as well. And change management and culture, this is the biggest factor. Trust me, people oppose change. Whatever you do, good or bad, they will oppose that. And for that, you have to understand that, okay, how can we do change management, the culture which is currently present in the organization? How can we do that particular transformation? And I will give you some examples as well so that you can easily understand that, okay, oh, yes, we can relate that particular thing that, okay, yes, this is digital transformation. This we have seen in our life. Mostly the people who are born after 80s, they easily understand that, okay, what has changed from that time to this time. Strategic roadmap, what is the assess, design, and execute and scale? So assess, design, execute, and scale. These are the four roadmaps, basically, you can say, as is and to be definition for the digital transformation. How can we do that? And then measuring success. See, without showing some value, without additionally, without any value addition, whatever you do is just useless thing. You have to understand that you have to add value. You have to measure the success that, okay, what is the KPIs, what we want to achieve from this digital transformation. So this is very important, guys. First, we will start from the digital transformation definition, basically. What is the meaning of digital? First, we have to understand that what is the definition of digital. Digital means what? It is the process of turning physical information into code that computers can understand, store, and send instantly. Instantly means like in the real time. That is called digital. Now, the digital transformation, the integration of digital technology into all areas of business, fundamentally changing how it operates, yani ways of working, deliver values to customers while enabling the cultural shift that continuously challenge the status quo. What is going on, you have to challenge that. And then only digital transformation really start. You have to challenge what it is right now. What it is not, that is more important, guys. Like, see, the experienced people have to understand this, that what it is not. Just buying a new software, you think that, okay, I have AWS, I have GCP, I have, uh, you know, anything else, Azure, and I think that, okay, it is done. I have purchased the cloud technology and now I can do the things. No, it is not only a IT project. Trust me, guys. Means like digitizing few data like paper forms into some, online forms. it is not a one-time initiative as well. So this is not about buying new softwares. It is not about a IT project. It is not one-time initiative, and it is not the digitizing paper forms. It is a continuous process basically. What are the transformations dimension? Business model, new revenue streams, ecosystem plays, platform economics, operations, automated workflows, supply chain visibility, and agile delivery. Quick, in the real time, what you are providing to the customers. The customer experience is the biggest measure in this particular digital transformation phase. So you have to understand that what value you are providing to the customers, and what it is and what it is not. So the digital transformation, when someone says, do not get confused with the technology only. You have to understand few other things as well. I will tell you in the next few slides. Okay, how many of you remember this postcard? Means like it is, I think, 2000, late 2000s, 2008, 2010. So I used this particular postcard. I used to write letters to my friends. And now what we are doing it in the WhatsApp Messenger. Immediate, instant, using technology and changing the behavior of the people. My parents are also using WhatsApp right now. So my uncles are using the generation which is older than me is using WhatsApp. Earlier, it was very difficult to convince them to go for WhatsApp Messenger. They are so much reluctant to write a letter, all these things happening in the past, but now they're using the WhatsApp. So that is called digital transformation, and you can understand easily from the physical form of the letter to the WhatsApp Messenger. It's all digital now. So that is the true example of digital transformation. I will give you some more examples like Amazon. So they have started with the bookstore, and then they have created a global e-commerce platform, and now they are using AI for recommendations based on your search experience. They can recommend products to you. Automated warehouse with robots so that the delivery will be fast. Faster delivery. Personalized shopping means like the person whose age is 40 years old, so they will suggest them some lens cart, glasses, and all, because that is the need of that particular time. And if it's a youngster, they will suggest them some iPads, depending upon the personalization. That is very important, guys. See, Amazon is doing amazing job. The first is the post office, which I have shown you. This is the second one. Amazing example of the digital transformation from bookstore to online platform. So they have changed everything, the way of thinking, the way of doing the things. Scalability, very important, guys. Means like they are catering around 1 billion people of India using their one app, and that app is never getting download, or that never crashed or something, because it's continuously working, right? So Amazon is doing great job. They have used this digital transformation, they have converted everything, and they are in the real shape of digital transformation right now. This is the real example, guys. Banking, whatever we are doing in the banks in 85, 90, 95, 2000, 2005, 2010, until that time you have to go to the office, sorry, bank, and fill up the form to get that particular money, transfer it from one place to another. You have to take the cash. How we are doing it right now, it is digital. Everything is digital. Data is stored in some some cloud technology, and in the real time, what they are doing, they are changing it in the real time. It's like you're sending money instant, IMPS. It will go to the another person account immediately, or NEFT in 2 hours. So how they are doing it? You have not withdrawn the money. You have not given it to anyone. It's using digital transformation. You can understand the logic behind it. They are reducing the money from one place. They are adding it to the another place. They are making sure that all the data is updated. See, that's why I told you, right? It is not about the technology. It is about the data. It is about the people. It is about the process. In our if you see in our parents age group, they're still going to the banks, doing the things physically, because they don't trust this process. And there are a few fraud cases as well, so they are getting more concerned about these digital transformation things and digital applications, and ICICI banking application and all. Now they are also getting used to it. They are sending the money using GPay. A lot of things are happening, right? So this is all the digital transformation era, whatever we want to say that it is happening everywhere. And if you are not about this, or no, if you don't know about this, then definitely you are behind. So when someone says that, okay, we have to do some digital transformation, you have to understand that what exactly it is. Netflix, another example. See, guys, I'm giving you examples so that you can easily relate to that because you're doing it on a day basis. You watch one movie, next time they will suggest to you the same kind of movie, the same kind of taste. They will analyze your data that, okay, what exactly you have searched, and based on that, they will ask you to do that. So earlier, if you remember, we used to get those CDs, DVDs, cassettes. I remember that VCRs and all we have to put, and then we are used to watch this movies. Now Netflix is there. Everything is digitized. Digital transformation has taken a front seat, a front row. Everybody has to know about it, and if you do not know, if you do not talk about it, you are far behind, guys. Okay, so what are the four pillars of digital transformation? As I told you, people got confused only from the technology part. They are thinking that, okay, the technology is the only part which is digital transformation. And they said that, okay, I do not know, I don't have to work on that, I do not know this. Whether it is AIML, CI/CD pipelines, and the cloud infrastructure. So they are saying that, okay, I'm not a technical person, so I cannot work in this particular digital transformation project. But it is not only about technology. Technology is the part of digital transformation. People and culture playing the more important role, process and operations playing the main more important role, and trust me, clean data, real time data. Data should be complete, valid, consistent, unique. Then only you can apply these technologies on top of that to make the things work in the real time. People and culture are very, very important, guys. You have to train your workforce to adopt this particular digital transformation. End-to-end process redesign. So you remember, like I told you about the banks where everything was happening manually. Now everything is happening online. Agile. People are doing 10 transactions in a day from using GPay, and the banks have to maintain the data. If we ask the bank people to maintain that manually, it is not going to happen. Means there is a huge amount of data. Means like you cannot imagine how many digital transactions we are doing in a particular day, how the data is getting stored, how the technology is playing a very important part, and the people which we have, which they have to accept it that, okay, yeah, it is happening, and they have to learn the new technology. They have to literate themselves. They have to upskill themselves. Then only they can understand this. You have to put the people, culture, process, data in place and use the technology to change that digital transformation. So technology, I told you, cloud is for agility and infrastructure. Like where do you want to store your data? How much data is there? And it is very agile, and you can do it up and down any point of time. Scalability is there. You can scale it up. You can scale it down. So cloud is playing a very important role. AIML, intelligence and autonomy. So let's say in a bank, the person whose account is doing great from years, we can offer them credit card, or the person whose account is not doing great, how can he do the fraud? Means like all these kind of predictions we are making using the AIML. Connectivity, visibility, evidence, integration, flexibility. So all these things. See the APIs, the apps which are there in the front end apps. So you are using a lot of things related to the technology. So technology is playing very important part, but it is not the only part which I just want to convey. So if someone says that, okay, we have to do the digital transformation project for one company, how can we do that? What are the basic steps we have to understand? See, as I told you, data plays very important role. We need data because data is the key basically to work on any digital transformation project, and data should be complete, valid, consistent and unique. And until unless the data is clean, you cannot do any digital transformation. You cannot apply any AI ML technique on top of that. Whatever you have, whether you have cloud or anything, that is perfectly fine. But if you want to do any digital transformation project, you make sure that your data is ready. and your data is clean. Your data is quality data. And then what are the steps you have to do? The assess step. The first step is called as is step, basically. Current state, what is the digital maturity there? What are the stakeholder pain points? What are the benchmarks versus competitors? Opportunity sizing and prioritization. So these are the very important. This is the as is stage. You have to assess that exactly where are we right now. Then you have to design, target the operating model. Creating this operating model, you don't need to know a lot of technology. People are there to help you, but you have to understand the business problem. That okay, what is the business problem? What they want to solve? They want to reduce the footfall in the banking office so that they can reduce the workforce, so that they can give better services by using lesser workforce. I am talking about the banks. What is the target operating model? Reduce the workforce, and footfall should be less into the offices, into the banks, and revenue generation, adding more people, adding more accounts so that we can target for the revenue. You have to understand the business problem. That is very important in the design phase. Executing agile delivery in sprints. This is very important, guys. The sprint, I told you, it is only 2 weeks or sometimes 4 weeks. Some more small sprints are there where you targeting that okay, we have to deliver some value out of that sprint. Okay, what all we have done in this particular sprint, what is the quick wins for this particular moment. You have to showcase some value to the client that okay, this is your as a state, this is the design, this is a target operating model which you are planning to do, this is the change management plan, and then this is the execution, and these are the quick wins, this is the value addition we are going to do for you. Until unless you show some value addition, they are not going to purchase anything from you. You have to showcase that, and then you can scale it on. Once your change management is done, governance is taken care, data is perfectly fine to do the AI/ML or cloud or any kind of technology on top of that. You can do some pilots. You can showcase some, quick wins that, okay, so this is the smaller problem which we have solved. And then you can scale it to the entire organization, whether it is for oil and gas company, whether it is for banking sector, whether it is for anything. So these are the four stages: assess, design, execute, and scale. This you have to understand. Means like, see, forget about the what is written in the slide. Think about it. That what is the as state and what is to be state. Or until unless you add value into that, it is not going to change. And when you try to do that, people will oppose. Change management plan is very important. Governance is very important. Leadership support is very important. So this is going to help you when you talk about digital transformation to anyone. Four pillars I have already informed you, and these are the four phase model in which the things are working. So technology adoption maturity, you can see cloud computing, AI/ML. Still, there is a lot of scope, but cyber security is the first one. I mean, cyber security is very important. No client want their data to be compromised. They want that the data will be safe. They want their data will be accessed by the people who are authorized to see that. You cannot see the backend data. You can see only the front end data. Whatever they want to show you, you can see that only. So that is very important. Cyber security, I mean, it's like in this world where a lot of frauds are happening every day. So whatever technology you want to apply, make sure that your security data is secure. Otherwise, client will scrap this kind of digital transformation anytime. This is change management culture. As I told you guys, it is not only of technology. You can see number one cause of failure is people and culture because they don't accept the change. They don't accept the change. And you can see that 70% of the digital transformation programs fails to meet goals. Why? Because their workforce, their clients, they fail, they don't accept the change, as I told you. So when there is a change management, CM means what? Change management, then your success rate will be strong. So you have to make sure that you have to make people understand that this change will bring some positive value into their life. Otherwise, you will be fail for sure because 70% of the digital transformation programs are failing. Then measuring success and KPIs. As I told you guys, see, until unless you show some value to the customer, they will not accept these digital transformations. They will be happy by doing it 50% manually and 50% by that. If you have heard recently, there are few examples where people have used the chat GPT and they have created the entire report for the company and they have given it to them. The customer has thrown it on their head. He said, I don't need the chat GPT report. I'm paying you this much dollars. You give me the dollar value. You have to showcase them the real success. So let's say if the client feedback is great, when I say client, means the client's client, the people who are using that particular system, if they give better feedback, they are happy. When you are adding value to that particular thing, the promoter score is going up, digital adoption rate is going up. Then only self-service utilization is going up, means they don't have to go to any manual process. They understand that, okay, how can they help themselves? If these things are going on, return on investment is coming, then only your model will be successful. Otherwise, client want to see that, okay, what value you are delivering. So this is very important, guys. You have to understand this. Watch out. Top reasons of digital transformation fails. As I told you in the beginning, when you are assessing it, you have to make sure that there will be a clear vision and strategy, and you must have a leadership support who wants to see the change in their organization. They also want to achieve certain value out of it. And how can you do that for them? So instead of doing everything in one go, or you have to take some piece of that particular work and try to showcase the value to the customer that, okay, this I'm going to do, then only they will give you the money for the rest of the project. Otherwise, in the POC itself, client said sometime that thank you very much, I don't need anything, because it is a it is not a good idea to change the ways of working in our organization. So when you underestimate the culture change, technology is easy. This is very strong line, guys. I want to talk about this. Technology is easy. Getting 10,000 employees to work differently is the real challenge. Technology is easy. You can purchase the technology and keep it in your system. But 10,000 employees who are working in the way from the last 20 years, and you have to ask them to, okay, change this and use this particular technology. Now, again, related to your banking system. So, how the banks are working in the previous days, or how the this post offices were working in the long time. So, means even if you have to do one FD, you have to go there, is like sit for 20 minutes, at least 30 minutes waiting time. Then they say system is not up, is that. Now everything is online. You can go to the website and you can do that. So making your employees to work differently is a very, very big challenge. It is not about this thing. Guys, this I want to discuss with you. Again, I am recapping the same. We have discussed what is digital transformation, what are the four pillars of digital transformation, what is not digital transformation. Remember this thing: new software, purchasing, only IT project, one-time initiative. These are not the digital transformation, continuous process. Then we have discussed about these four pillars: technology, people and culture, process and operations, data and analytics. See, until your data is complete, valid, consistent, unique, you cannot build any technology on top of that. That's why I'm always focusing on the data and the culture to make employees learn to work in the new way. Then we have understand about these four phases: assess, design, execute, and scale. And then we have seen that, okay, why these are things are failing. So basically, this is the summary slide. So I think I have covered everything. Digital transformation is a business strategy, not a technology project. People and culture are the hardest and the most critical part. Assess before you act. Think big, start small, move fast, iterative delivery wins. Measurement is not optional. Tie everything initiative to outcome. See, until you showcase some value to the client, they're not going to give you that. Okay. So this is very important, guys. And keep learning, share it with your friends, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much for watching.